Okay, here we go. Welcome to Follow the Herd number 4. For those of you that are joining us on YouTube, you'll just need to know you've got a little delay that it comes through in. So I'll try and remember to give you all of that. But hello and welcome. What I'm going to do is we're going to go through the rules of the game. We've got some people who've joined on YouTube, some people who are here on the Zoom chat. I'm going to mute them now. They can unmute themselves, but they're all very well behaved. They won't be doing it, I'm sure, too often. There'll be some faces, but hopefully you can't see them if I keep talking enough. So welcome. Let's crack on into it. Hello to all of you on YouTube. I'm going to try and keep on track with the comments as well. Let's see if I can manage all of that and the waiting room for the Zoom, which thankfully isn't too crowded at the moment. So here's the quiz. Here's how it works. If you haven't played before, they're basically two types of questions. We've got the standard sheep question. What you're trying to do is, out of the 20 or so people that are playing today or have played in advance, you're going to pick the answer that you think most people have gone for. So as it says in the example, if we're saying trying to pick, oh, I don't know, let's think of something. One of the prime colors, and you all go for the same one, 99 if you go for red, then brilliant, you all get 99 points. But if one person's gone for one of the other colors, they're only going to get 1 point. And that's the way it works. In the reverse, you've got the anti-sheep question, where you're trying to pick the answer that no one else will pick, or so you think. So if I said pick one of the clubs in the Premier League, then a popular choice, for example, could be the title winners, Liverpool. But if you're picking the anti-sheep, are you brave enough to go for Liverpool again? Do you think that no one's going to say Liverpool because it was such a popular answer, or do you have to go for something a bit more vague like Chelsea? I don't know. It's up to you. That's the risk you play in an anti-sheep. And the questions as you go through the form will hopefully be clear and show you that along the way. So let's have a look at the contestants for tonight. We've had I think about 13 or 14 sort of doing advanced. There's a few more of you online. So as you can see, mostly from the United Kingdom. There's a couple in other countries and a fair number that live in the UK now. Age range 30 to 39. There's a couple of older gits like myself. I've already preset all of my questions, and that is always checked by an independent jury, me basically. And yes, a number of people. The average guess though, sort of just over the halfway mark. Yeah, it is very vague. I do agree. So someone's going to be disappointed. They're going to be definitely higher than they expected. All right, then. So what I will do now is you should all, hopefully, have got the form for questions 1 to 5. Some of you have ignored all the instructions and gone in advance, which is fine. We'll just deal with that in a minute. So what I would ask you all to do, whether you are on YouTube or here on the Zoom, is get that quiz link up. What I will explain to you now is that you filled in an email address for your pre-registration form. I would ask you to reuse that for each and every form that you come into. This is me using the current technology that I've got. I'd love to have a flashier, more sparkly, all connected singing and dancing, generally better user experience. Like myself, I'm stuck where I am. I've got to deal with it, but hopefully there's still room for improvement. Okay, so that means that what you'll do is you'll have the quiz in front of you, and I'll also be reading through the questions and trying to give you some clues, off-putting clues. Either way, let's see what they are. So you're all now good to go into the quiz. The end of the 5 questions, hold on to the end of that form because it will give you the link to the next set of questions, which I would say hold off for if you can, and we'll stick with the answers as we go. Because actually, if you hold off on the answers for the questions 6 to 10, you'll have got an idea how people are answering in 1 to 5 and if they're on the same wavelength. So on with the quiz. Here we go. So question 1, a popular board game. Not that board, but a bit of a board. So a popular board game. This is a normal sheep question. So just to remind you, you're going for the most obvious answer you can think of, the one that you think everyone else who in that UK 30 to 39 older farts age range might pick. The teenager, he could also be on board. We'll find out shortly. Question 2, a Disney hero. This is for me, this is my first absolute cop-out slide. I couldn't find a picture of a Disney hero or a hero relating to Disney without giving you all some form of suggestion that you'd have all followed, but no one else would have got had they done it in advance. So to try and keep it fair, Superman-esque businessman guy is very connected to Disney, of course. Hugely Disney. All right. So question 3, I can see a few of you have already started, which is great. So question 3 is a number between 22 and 33 inclusive. That's the number between 22 and 33 inclusive. All normal sheep so far. You're still trying to go with the herd. You're still trying to pick out what you think everyone else will go for. But that's all about to change, because question 4 is a tricky one. Which one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will you pick? This is an anti-sheep now. So you've basically got a choice of 4, a 25% chance, and you've got to pick the one that you think fewer people will go for. All right, so you are forced now into making a choice. Good luck. Give that one a moment to sink in. Hopefully the form's all working correctly. And the final question in this set of 5 is, oh, it looks like a familiar question. Pineapple on a pizza. Is that a yes or is that a no? Pineapple on a pizza, is that a yes or is that a no? Some tricky questions, got some answers coming in already, which is great. Get those answers submitted. What we'll do though, we'll just quickly nip back through to give you another go. You'll get so bored of me doing this. Question 1, a popular board game, hence bored of it. Question 2, the Disney hero. Question 3, a number between 22 and 33 inclusive. Question 4, one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That is an anti-sheep question. Please go against the grain. Don't follow the herd for that one. And finally, question 5, pineapple on a pizza. What I just like to remind you is don't go into questions 6 to 10. If you can avoid, the link is there to make it easier. But the idea is that we'll collect those answers and we'll put those answers up and we'll go through and see how everyone's done. And that will give you an idea of how you're answering against everyone else as well. So it's quite important. So quite a few answers in, a few that we're waiting on. So I'm just going to start the process, as it were. So this is where you now will sort of have me dart on my eyes, desperately trying to get all the answers in a way that's clear and concise and speedy and keeps the quiz running so smoothly and wonderfully, but naturally ready to all just fall apart. I can see, just again to remind you that you should hopefully have used the same email address as you did for the other forms. If you didn't, I'm going to have to do a little moment of review and catch up. So brilliant. Some more answers coming in. We're almost there. So we've got the 2 that are on YouTube, I think, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think I'm just waiting on one more answer. I think. I'm just going to double check that. So Christopher, Alex. I'm waiting on the Joneses, or I believe. Guys, if you are zooming through to all the other answers, that's fine. But again, hold back if you want to. Don't go through the whole quiz. My little cheat sheet here is advising me if someone is zooming through. Oh, yes, I can unmute. Oh, can you not unmute yourself? Sorry, Ash. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Ash, what do you want to say, dude? You should be able to speak now, Ash. We wait on Ashley.
Ash, you can unmute yourself.
He is unmuted. Everyone's unmuted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can, yes.
Right. Sorry to this guy. It's not working for me. So I've been through this form twice and got to the PayPal stage and paid, and then it just says, "Cool, you paid," and then there's no way back to the herd.
My apologies, mate. So there was right. So in the chat of the quiz at the top, as also on the Facebook page and on YouTube, I shoved up the link for the question saying "Don't start yet," and a few others did. So apologies.
I did not see that. Where's that?
So it's on the. We're gonna have to wait now. So it's at the top of the chat here. It gives me a chance to sort out the answers. So that's really genius, Ash. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So yeah, that's called teamwork. I paid him in advance for that. None of the money for the quiz, obviously. Just I had to do it myself, like the Facebook advertising. So at the top of the chat for this, if you're doing it on your phone, or it's on the YouTube thing, or what I'll do is I'll just quickly WhatsApp it to you.
I've got the Facebook thing. Right.
So the Facebook group has got it in, but what I'll do is I'll just quickly send it to you because it's quicker.
Yeah, do that, and then I'll.
Because you're on your phone, and I can do it that way.
Okay.
And so this is obviously, you know, the joys of the technical.
So this is So I've done this twice, but I'll do it again.
What, questions 1 to 5?
No, the just the put your email in, put your name in.
Yeah, and then you should be going through to the next pages.
Okay, right. This is different now. Okay.
It is different indeed. So
next. Popular board. Okay, right. We're there now. Thank you, George. Sorry,
it's a pleasure. Send it to both of you. All right. So that's it. What I'm going to do then is that's joyous. I will just wait a moment. So this is where Chris is going to be pressurizing me for a joke, and I don't know any sheep jokes. That's the problem. I don't know any sheep jokes at all. And I've got to, for various reasons that will soon become apparent, I probably also want to be careful about some of the jokes that I might make regarding sheeps anyway. I'm going to close that down. I'm just double checking that I've got that correct. That looks pretty good. Obviously, Chris, you'll find that all the jokes are built into the PowerPoint. That's the level of my humor these days. Unfortunately, it's not obviously as exciting as you'd want, but you know, I find it funny. And I think, you know, humor, as they say, is in the eye of the beholder. All right. We're just waiting for the Joneses now to fill in their forms.
Right, I think I've done that now. Is it right? You got it?
Just checking for you. Didn't see it pop up in the way I expected. You actually have to, now you can submit it though. Have you submitted?
Submit another response I can press.
Did you actually do, there we go, it's in.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you both playing or is it just the one to do?
I think Nick's pottering around, but I'll submit on behalf of both of us. I put £2 anyway because I faffed about. So
fine. All right. I'll for the first 5, then you can help get it through the others. All right, then let's get those answers in. Then we get on to the exciting first set of answers and see how you're all doing. I'm sure you're all dying to know. Right, bear with me. I just have to. There'll be a bit of work just to cheat this one a little bit. So for Nick, when she comes online, we'll just have to work out a way to do that. And I'll work it out. If it fails miserably, then some of the first rounds of points might be slightly different, but we'll deal with that. Okay. So what you guys don't know is that whilst I've been trying to do all this, you should be seeing naturally my eyes darting around like crazily, desperately trying to work out if I can still keep the quiz running at a fair enough speed, which of course naturally I'm struggling to as much as I'd like. So what we need to do then is some careful work, and let's have a look at those answers. Let's see how we've all done so far. And I say all because I've had a go as well, and the answers should be coming in now. So this is where we do that wonderful moment where I say out to the floor, and the microphones should be unmuted at this moment in time. Would anyone like to dare venture a guess for a popular board game?
Monopoly, although everyone hates it.
Wow, he's late to the party, but look at this. Monopoly.
I think Monopoly has the monopoly there.
I think Monopoly does indeed have the monopoly. Damn, I should have used that. Damn it, I should have used that.
It looks like it has the majority though, because chess is there.
Yeah, that's what I said almost.
And it's a popular musical as well, if you're honest. So, you know.
What, Monopoly?
Monopoly?
All right.
Going to Mayfair, going to Mayfair.
It's a very popular start, which is great. So on to the next question now. Now, the choices here were a bit wider, I think. So I'm opening the floor. So there is a variety of answers here. Anyone like to have a guess at a popular Disney hero?
Mulan.
Nice. Any others?
I didn't actually put that because.
No, you didn't either, which I'm loving. I'm loving the extra creativity. I'll give an answer that gives me even less points than the one I put in myself. That's genius.
I put Hercules because it literally has a song about being a hero.
That was exactly my thinking.
And look at that, guys. Your thinking has paid off dividends.
Why didn't I think of Aladdin? Oh, wow.
Huge 7 points. Aladdin with a very
no,
good...
but Hercules won, so that's good.
Hercules
Yeah.
still won 7-6. Some other small points in there as well. It's still very good points for those that have got it. Now, this one actually is. Now, this is one of the
Mickey
questions
Mouse.
where, you know,
No one but
guy.
Mickey Mouse. Ah.
There's only one female hero in there.
Well, that's again down, I think, to the players. You see, so
Yeah.
this is where it's quite important. If you've
I
already,
wanted to put Mulan, but I knew no one else would.
yeah, you
Yeah.
see, this is the
game.
thing. So if we'd had lots more pre-registrations, then we'd have seen the variation of the contestants, and that might have then, in fact, maybe I should put gender in as one of the questions as well, and that would have given you more of an insight into the sort of thought processes that everyone will have. So yeah, you know, still very popular answers. Right. So this is a question, a number between 22 and 33 inclusive. I could have said exclusive and seen if you tripped up. And we've done that on previous quizzes. So this is a question where I'd say that we needed a few more people to play, but there's still a good set of answers. So I'm going to just say, anyone like to have a quick guess? Because it's going up in
27.
Now, I like that answer, but the winner is 25. So close. 2 points away. Oh, what was fascinating about this one is I think this is one of those live. For some reason, everyone playing live seems to have a similar thinking, because 25 was actually nowhere near the top of the tree before we went with the advanced questions. So at the very end, that's just shot up. So
Who goes for
there's obviously
25? 25 is such a square.
some late numbers. Okay. Moving quickly on now. We've got the exceptional Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, this was your first anti-sheep. So just to try and explain the scoring for this one is that if you are in the most popular answer, you're effectively going to get the lowest points, a 1 basically, or a 2. There are people who've not given a correct answer. And if you're a unique answer, then that will give you maximum points. But you have to be fully unique, and then the scoring works out in a different way. So let's have a look. Choice of 4. I'm just going to put you out your misery, because the answer is Michelangelo and Raphael, each with 4, are the least popular. And Donatello, you all thought you were being clever, but no, far too popular, far too sheepy. So I would say you should all be very disappointed with yourself for even trying to be that clever. And that's a lesson for you later in the quiz. Don't be too clever, maybe. And now the final question, the one that you all, and do you know what, this is where I realized that I wasn't quite prepared enough, but we'll come to that at the end, is pineapple on a pizza. Let's see. Somehow someone has managed to put in an answer that wasn't available in the sheet, which I've missed. I love that, which I've completely missed in the answer set. So you'll see now, if I just zoom on the slides, we have yes, please, no thanks, and 1 yes, pineapple. And I don't even know how they managed to do that. So that's a...
Yes, pineapple.
I now know how that was done, so that's my own fault for something else. Let's just refresh that, and actually the answer was not going to update, which is even better, because I've got too many slides to do, too many things to do in the background. So yeah, as you can see, no thanks was 13, yes was 8, so that would be 13 points for the no's, 8 points for the yeses. And that was, for those of you that were paying attention, a pre-round question. So what we'll do is I'll have the answers for what you all said honestly before you thought it was a sheep question, as we sort of are waiting for the next set of answers, or wherever we are in the quiz. So that is not correct. Brilliant. Well done, George. He's already proven himself that he can't remember which bit he's got coming next in the slides.
He's doing really well there.
It's a great start, isn't it? Yeah. You know, so that's where someone will go pause and go, but I was leading. I really was. All right, so let's have a look then at the scoreboard. Oh, that's not good. Top 10. Somehow Mr. Johnson's in twice. Wow, this quiz is going super efficiently now, which means Johnson's answers somehow have gone in twice, which is going to mess up all of those scores that I had, which is brilliant. Let's try and pretend none of that happened at all. I'm going to come back to that. I've managed to do myself a great favor by somehow putting in Alex twice and showing up the scores from the last quiz. Genius, George. Well done. Really clever. You can see I'm an absolute pro at this. So what I then say is, whilst I fix all of my mistakes, we can get to go on to the next set of questions. So what you should have had now, if you haven't zoomed ahead already, is the link at the end of that question 1 to 5 that will take you to the form for questions 6 to 10. You should be able to follow that link. Please use the same email address that you did before. And And away you go. And here are the questions. We've got question 6. Divorced, beheaded, or died? One of Henry VIII's wives. That is, strangely, not the saying on here, the anti-sheep that it is. It is absolutely an anti-sheep question. Look at that, live updating of a question in a quiz. You don't get that with your read out the answers and write them on a piece of paper type quiz. That's live, guys. That's quite staggering. Okay, following on from that, we've got question 7, a US TV game show. We're looking for a popular answer here. So the last one was indeed, despite what I'd originally put up, an anti-sheep question. This one is a popular question, a US TV game show. If I hadn't already said it, you are absolutely allowed to look up any answers online. There's no restriction on that, because you know, if it was a different way, then some of you still might be doing it. So it's completely free. Go for it, have a look, try and find the answer you think can be the cleverest, especially in some of the anti-sheeps. That's part of the challenge, to see if you can do it in the time frame. So question 7, a US TV game show. There's a fair few to pick from. Number 8 is a piece of software made by Microsoft. A piece of software made by Microsoft. Question 9 is a mountain range. Any one of the mountain ranges? Anyone you like? It's another popular question. So if you think you're being clever by saying one of the mountain ranges on the moon, that's good for an anti-sheep. It's not good here. We're looking for a popular answer this time, a mountain range. And finally, question 10 is another anti-sheep. Please, can you pick a Star Trek series? That's an anti-sheep. Please, can you pick a Star Trek series? Let's just go back and have another quick go through those. It's number 6.
Can I just clarify something, George? With the Star Trek series anti-sheep,
Here we go.
it's multiple choice, yeah? Do you have to be correct? Or are all of those options correct?
Well, this is the game. So here's a veteran herd player, Mr. Johnson, who knows that occasionally I will throw in some incorrect answers into some of the questions. I have to always say that an anti-sheep question, you're reliant on getting a correct answer. I'm not reliant on telling you whether or not I've tried to diddle you by putting 34 in the list of 22 to 33, for example. So it is up to you to do your research quickly, have a look, have a guess, have a think, and pick an answer. And that reminds me, I didn't mute them all as I was going through, but they were so well behaved, weren't they, everyone? They were quiet. They were, you know, they let me get on with it. I was, you know, this is it. This is what you need on a Zoom call of a quiz. So question 6, one of Henry VIII's wives, anti-sheep. We've got a bit of an applause for my amazing Excel skills already. That's a US TV game show. 8 is a piece of software made by Microsoft. Question 9 is a popular, please, mountain range. And question 10, a Star Trek series. Okay, get those answers submitted and we'll go on to the scores. We'll go on to the scores that hopefully I've corrected by taking out my duplicate answer, which means that it probably wasn't 13 to 8 on the pineapple question. It probably was something slightly different, and I'll have to fix that and sort it out, which I'm trying to do as we speak. I can see a few of you got your answers in already, which is great, up to 7 out of the 9. Which means actually that Nick has caught up, which is fantastic. Nick,
7 of 9.
Nick, I'm going to have to ask you honestly, did you listen to any of the answers or the results before you posted your first 5? I'll have to you can unmute. Nick, you're unmuted. How honest can you be?
Hang on.
No, I was making dinner.
So did you hear any of the answers? I'm feeling generous today because I've messed up already enough. Which is good for questions 1 to 5, really, isn't it? If you think about it, good track record.
No, because I didn't. Why?
That's fine. Then I will give you the answers that you've put, which will change some of the scores, but I'll deal with that in a moment. What we might just do is see if I can actually get out of my mistake by reposting. We might go through questions 1 to 5 again with your updated. So yes, that's brilliant, guys. Thank you all very much. It looks like all of the answers are in now. So I will just quickly go and get them all, which is good. Brilliant. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. I can see already, he says. That's not menacing or weird or anything at all. So let's just ignore that I did that. Okay, let's just quickly double check that is updating. So this is where it would be the point where I go, God, if only there was a way I'd made this into a proper app and it would all be linking up nicely and you didn't have to see me trying to actively work my way around all the answers and somehow make it look like it's going okay. Ooh, that one could be an interesting one. So I'm just going to take you. So what I would just say is that because I'm trying to collect all your answers and I don't have the power of Google or anything like that behind me to help me out, I've got to try and guess at all the interesting spellings that you might put in there in order to try and combine all the answers. So when that yes, please, pineapple came through, it's because I'd missed one of the things and had got an email answer from somebody in advance, for example. So yeah, there's loads going on behind the scenes, as well as trying to remember to look into the camera. And Chris, I'm sorry, the jokes are still a bit thin at this moment in time, but I'm warming up. I'll be there in a minute. There'll be a joke or two shortly. In fact, this could be a joke coming up now. No, sorry, no joke. No, actually I was wrong. That isn't a joke. That's something else. All right, so, and I'm not just talking about my dinner. So let's have a look. What we'll do then is I will quickly refresh all of those answers, resort the top 5 to see how we've done, see if that makes any change. Thank goodness it did. So the top 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought I had that organized better. Let's get those top 10 into the answer reel, and then we can actually present properly. There we go. All right. You know, in the phrases, you thought you'd planned this all really nicely and something else is going on. Well, I've twigged what it was, so that's okay. Right, I saved myself. Let's go through those answers again. Just have another quick look at how you're doing for questions 1 to 5. So if we just, that was what it was before, George, which is genius. Well done, doing great. Let's refresh that. And it was, because I fixed it, still the same. Let's see whether it was still Hercules. Because I took out a duplicate of Aladdin, Hercules still wins, which is great for you. Nothing to worry there. If Alex had chosen 25, it's going to take a hit. But it looks like somehow that's quite similar. I'm not sure which one's gone differently, but I'll check that. For the, and look at this big moment now, taking out Alex's duplicate answer and adding in the correct answer. We've now got a winner of Raphael with 3 to the Michelangelo 4. Big difference in the point swing there, I'm sure. And finally for question 5, let's just have another look. It was actually 13-7. So on to the top 10.
Sorry, okay, just confused.
How's Nick top? How's Nick top of this? Boo! Boo!
And actually, that's not even sorted correctly. I know why. No, I know why.
George, why would it be? Why would taking out my answer make Raphael better when I did Michelangelo?
That's a good question. I'll have to check that. Oh man, I have no idea now. Damn you! I'll have to look. But for now, I know why that's also like that. So we'll deal with how brilliantly this is going in a minute. So.
Oh, what, Nick? Did you put Michelangelo?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to work out now exactly even what else has gone. So.
And number 27.
So I put number 27 as well.
Oh well, I will double check then what else I've got wrong. What else I've got wrong on my sheet. As it stands right now, for your wives, this was an anti-sheet, so Anne Boleyn, far too popular, but Catherine Howard gets a 1. That is an award-winning anti-sheet. That's going to get a lot of points for whoever put that. Well done, well done, well done. Now, US TV game shows. I've got an extra lookup to do for 2 of them, which I'll fix in a second. But anyone, whilst I'm doing that, would anyone like to hazard a guess at a US TV game show?
Jeopardy.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Oh, I like that. That's also quite a good answer. Any more for any more?
The $1 Million Sticky.
$1 Million Sticky. I haven't heard of that game.
The Family Fortunes or Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, so Family Fortunes is a great one. So in America, it's Family Feud, which of course is, dare I say it, one of the games that this has kind of got some similarity with, let's say.
And the other big ones are Wheel of Fortune and Price is Right, right?
I would say they're also very popular ones.
But I went for Jeopardy.
Someone also went for Jeopardy, but they can't spell Jeopardy, which means that currently,
Sorry, that's me then.
possibly. So this is where I'm desperately trying to fix that answer. So what you'll see at the moment is that there's a nice big Jeopardy 10 and a little Geopardy in the other one, which is a spelling I hadn't even managed to pick up. So that will get fixed in a moment. And those questions, Geopardy, there we go, found you.
It's the most famous one, I think.
The Geopardy,
What about bullseye?
What is it?
Bullseye. Where's bullseye?
Bullseye, is it? Ah, okay.
Do they have
Is that
in America?
American?
I don't think they have bullseye in America. But maybe there's a
Jeopardy.
there's a place for bullseye in America. I know there's. There we go. That's updated. That's much nicer. All right then. Let's move on to the Microsoft. Oh, the Microsoft, which I've just said, haven't I? Well, there's two, so you never know. A Microsoft.
Is it WinZip?
WinZip is not one of them. No. I'm afraid not. Okay, there's one there that doesn't fit into it. So Windows.
What about that little paper clip?
Yeah, exactly. Little Clippy.
You look like you're struggling.
He was a piece of software.
Can I help
So
you?
Windows are the clear winner with 10. I'm running it at the moment with a bit of Chrome and Android on the sides to help me. Word, a great choice. Office, Excel, and there is a Microsoft Teams up there at the top, which hasn't worked as well on the slide. That would have been a great anti-sheep answer, but I'm not sure yet I'm ready to know and find all of the different parts of Microsoft and their subsidiaries to have a legal piece of software. That could be quite an interesting situation. On to the mountain ranges. This is a popular question. So any ideas then for a popular mountain range?
Alps. It's got to be Alps, 100%.
Well, interestingly, Ash, I could see that as an answer. Any others potentially?
Well, it is, but it's.
I put Himalayas.
Himalayas.
Andes.
The Himalayas.
Himalayas.
I'll put the Himalayas.
So did I.
I think it's also a very good choice. And let's have a look what that was. Actually, what it was before, because I need to re-update it because again, there's a little spelling issue in there. Amazingly.
Yeah, struggle with spelling Alps.
Oh, I know it's hard, but here you go. By one.
Oh, by one.
It's the Alps.
Everest.
Congratulations if you put it. Himalayas is good. Everest is a mountain, not a range. So
doesn't matter though with a sheep, does it?
with a sheep answer, that doesn't matter. If you didn't answer it correctly, you're more likely going to get one because no one else is going to probably make the same sort of answer. I believe a popular search engine might have been misinterpreted for a popular search term.
Spectre wondering why you call them the Andes.
Where are the Andes?
Both called Andy.
South America.
At the end of your armies.
I wasn't going to make the joke.
Is that joke you're looking for, George?
I held back. I know Chris is
very
desperate for a joke, but I just thought that one, that one might have been a bit much. Okay, so this is quite a tricky one now.
It was funny.
It's quite a tricky one. So an anti-sheep, which Mr. Johnson was very wise to, I'm sure. An anti-sheep of a Star Trek series, lots to choose from. How about this? Let's ask the question a different way. Instead of going for what you picked, what do you think is the answer that everyone thought was really clever and therefore was the one that everyone shouldn't do and therefore you picked the other one? Tell me what you think that other one should have been.
So many layers.
So many there.
Enterprise.
Voyager.
Got to the point where I'm just guessing these ones now, George.
Oh, there you go. So they were all actually correct answers. The Lower Decks is actually announced to be a future season. There were no tricks in this one. I was feeling nice this time around because normally actually what I do is leave that up for a text to write it in, but I just didn't feel brave enough.
So it's a future series, a Star Trek series now then.
There you go. So Enterprise, Lower Decks and original series all score 1, which are making them top score points. Very good. So the reason, let's have another look now at the scores as I try and update that. So the reason why somebody might have been in the an interesting point on the journey when in fact she scored the same points as everyone else is because I'd already got the answers in for the next round. So currently leading with a huge 112 points, it's Nick.
Boo!
Hey, boo.
Cheat.
Actually, she got the same points as a lot of people in round one, so there's a couple of good answers there for round two, Nick. Well done. I'm guessing you were either
She got
Enterprise or
Catherine
Lower Decks.
Howard.
I did.
There you go, you
Catherine
see.
Howard.
Mega points. Imagine that with 100 people. That's a huge point swing. Invite your friends. You'll win even more points, especially if you can be on WhatsApp telling them, I'm going with Catherine of Aragon. I'm going with Catherine of Aragon. And then, you know. But there you go.
Didn't think about
Second place
doing
Johnson
that.
is not quite in second place, but, you know, he's still got time to catch up. We've seen a late surge from him. All right, so there we go. On to the next set of questions, please. You again should have the links in that previous form. And you should be able to log in, same emails address again. You're all doing very well. I think one person has zoomed through all of the answers, probably because if you have to run off, I get it. That's great. You've done it that way. So well done. Thank you for thinking ahead. I figured as much that would be etc. Well done. Okay, let's have a look at what the questions are for the next set. We've got question 11, a religion. Very important to know who you're playing with and where they're from, where they originally were from, where they live now. Still might not give you all the answers, but again, current company accepted, of course. Very hard to give an image there without one of the symbols that might lead you to one of the others. Question 12, a film that has won more than 2 Oscars. This could be one of the questions that you need to look up. This is a popular question, or maybe you've got an idea of one of those that you could actually already think about.
A quick question on that Oscars one. Is it like, if there's a sequel, do we have to put the sequel or can we just put the franchise?
You have to put the exact film, please.
Okay.
I'm expecting exact answers. Thanks for the clue, though. A few people might not have thought of that one, but it is there. How about this? Question 13, a girl's name. Now, again, think about the people you're playing with. If you're playing with advanced, obviously you needed to know a bit more of the demographics, hence why trying to get people to pre-register. But now that you all know what you've got, here you go. Try and pick a name. This could be an interesting one. See where it goes. Question 14, pick one of the days of the week. It's a normal sheet. Which one do you want to pick? Obviously, you're all learning Mandarin, so I thought we'd just give you a little reminder of that to help you along. It's all very helpful. And finally, it's an anti-sheep. It's not a 50-50, it's a 33. Pick one of the members of the Bee Gees. Which one do you want to do? Anti-sheep, please. Get it right, otherwise you're going to drop points. Don't follow Nick and pick the same one as her. Or do. Stop getting points. Let me catch up. Let's just zoom through those again. We've got question 11, a religion. Question 12, a film, a specific film that has won more than 2 Oscars. A girl's name. Days of the week. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. So I've not been practicing that hard. Or pretend that I've been doing Russian or Italian or Estonian. I haven't. Lockdown's not been quite as hard. And question 15, a member of the Bee Gees. Quite a few of you got your answers in already. Well done. Let's get all of those submitted and we'll be on to the next set of questions and the answers for those. Almost there. 7 of you in, 2 to go. Give you but a moment or 2 more. Freya, just give Chris a nudge, tell him to stop copying your answers. That'll be brilliant. And we're in. Well done. All 9. Thank you very much. So this could be fun. All right, let's see what I've got to do and how many spelling issues I've got to fix on your questions this time around. I think there's only 2 questions that I need to really worry about. So let's see if I can sort that out quickly for you. To the film section. So again, this is me zooming through, trying to do my lookup, trying to work out a way to get the answers quickly from what everyone has done. I think I've got. I think that's not going to be too hard. Should be fine. See if I can merge those answers into something it isn't. Let's delete you and add you in. There's a few spelling issues there, but we'll deal with that. It's not a problem. All right, okay. I think that should be that, unless I've missed one of the extra spelling errors, which of course I'll see just before I present the graph, so try and update it. But that's part of the joy of a live quiz. So I'm not asking you to mark yourselves. That'd be pretty tricky. So I've got to put in all the hard work and get it running behind the scenes for you. Okay, that's that. Let's see how you've done. So I think I can put this out to the floor pretty quickly. Would anyone like to guess at a religion? You're on mute, which might help if I unmute you. Religions.
Jedi.
Do you know what? For an anti-sheep, I really would accept that. I really would accept that.
As you should.
As you should. It has been
Pastafarian.
very good. Nice.
Pastafarian.
All right, any more anti-sheeps then? Come on then. You all know the answer to the main sheep. What's an anti-sheep for this?
Pastafarian, yeah.
Pastafarian, any more?
Wicked.
Christianity.
Yeah, definitely that. So
Field.
21 of you. Well,
Oof.
that's low points for all of you then. Sorry, it was a trick anti-sheep. Yeah. No, it wasn't. Okay. A film with more than 2 Oscars. Ash, which one were you thinking of when you thought of a series, out of curiosity?
Well, I was going to put Lord of the Rings, but I put Return of the King in the end. But then it was it's quite long-winded to spell it all out. So it's either that or Titanic, I reckon.
Yeah.
Classic New Zealand cinema, that one, Ash.
Oh, Titanic! Fuck.
Quite a long way, Ash, but thank you for the clue for everyone else.
Titanic, fuck.
Long way in the lead. That's 13 good points for anyone else who didn't have it. It's going to set you back. Nick, what were you on for that one?
I did Lord of the Rings too.
Oh, it could be a catch up for a few people there.
Lord of the Rings 2? No, that didn't win any Oscars.
Yeah.
No, it did. Two Towers won a few Oscars. Oh, sorry.
No, 0.
As well.
All right then.
Fellowship of the Ring and 2 Towers won 0. Return of the King won 11.
No, didn't they win? Am I wrong? Didn't they win like sound editing and
No.
they definitely didn't win any big ones? I thought they won like
Oscars.
music or something.
No, it was like they knew they were saving them up for the
Yeah.
third and the
Yeah,
trade.
probably.
I remember that for the big ones, but I didn't. I just assumed they won costumes or something.
That's a great fact. Is that true? That's a great.
Oh, I
trivia.
think we can look. Someone can look that one up if you've done your questions for the next round quickly. I've just realised I've been ignoring all of you guys on YouTube, which is again a good example that I can't multitask as much as I wanted. But none of you are saying anything there, so I'm feeling better about myself. Wonderful, thank you. All right, cool. Moving on then. This one I really enjoyed, so I'm going to just say, would anyone like to admit that they picked their mum's name?
No.
Two Towers won 6 Oscars for those who are playing on.
It just didn't win any of the big ones.
Just
It didn't
no
win
big
Best
ones.
Picture.
No,
Yeah.
well, that's a completely different
No,
thing.
it only won 2. It only won 2.
Still would have counted. Still would have counted. All
Still
right,
would have
so
counted. Interesting.
onto the girls' names. There's a good. This is actually, I'm really happy with this question. It's worked out quite nicely because there's such a wide range. How do you think about what the popular one is? Do you look up last year's top 10? Do you pick up one that you like, or your mum or your sister or whatever? I'm not even going to let you have a guess. I'm just going to show you that with not so big a margin, it was linked to one of the other answers. Jane.
Plain Jane.
Plain Jane. There wasn't. I would like to point out, and my full respect, who I'll look
Jane
up in a
Doe.
minute, who went for Elsa. Well done. Really proud of you for that.
You're welcome.
Loving that. Outstanding answer.
Right here, unless you're Jane. No one put Karen.
Oh, true.
Yeah, no, there is. Karen's got one.
Karen's got one. Karen has one. All
Oh,
right.
there we go.
Days of the
There's
week,
always one.
guys.
Dash.
Days of the
There's always
week. Now,
one Karen.
I'm also quite happy about this one. And this again is about the psychology of the question and how the answers are laid out. Days of the week. Any ideas? Did you?
Friday then.
Friday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday.
It's Friday then. It's
I think I should
Sunday.
mute them all.
It's Friday then.
They're all getting muted for that. All right, they're right.
Oh, sorry.
It is Friday. Could have been Saturday. No, but it's not. It's Friday.
Put it down on Friday.
Friday is that. Hence why what's always interesting is that rarely Thursday gets picked, and that's the quiz day. But hey, you know what? I'll live with that. It's still a great answer. And
You didn't even pick it. You're playing. You could have picked it.
I know I could have. All right.
He wanted to win though.
I do. I was in second place for a minute there. I'm like,
One
you know,
day,
this is-
George. One day.
having been middle of the road, going in advance, having to think ahead, you know, I was quite excited to be in second place for but a short moment. I'm sure as I slowly start to go down the list, it'll become apparent. But Final question. Maurice, Barry, and Robin. Anti-sheep. How brave were you? Because if you
just guessing.
If you went for Maurice, you'd have been wrong. If you'd gone for Barry, lead guy in a way, you'd have also been wrong because the graph doesn't work as effectively. Robin, with 3. Some big points there for the round robins. That's the closest to humour so far, Chris. I hope you can appreciate it. Let's have a look. Let's have a look for who went for Robin. So,
not me.
I think Alex did.
Harry,
just
and,
judging by
Alex did as well. Damn, he'll be dancing and excited about that one. Well done.
He is. Yeah.
I'm going to try and just like mute his video permanently then, I think, for this. All right. So, Mr. Alex, second place Johnson, and what has that done for your scores, I wonder, as you have you rocketed up? Yes, you have. Look at that.
No. Well, am I not? Is that not last week's?
That is last week's. That's annoying again.
Oh, yeah.
I just updated that. I literally just pasted in. Wow. Gosh, you can see I'm really doing well today. It's clearly something else has gone wrong. And my entire way and whatever is terrible. Let's try that again. No, he's not quite there, but he's still pretty high. Second place, not so much. Third place, looking good. Nick's still doing well. And look at me, starting to drop down. You know, it was good. Wow, I've just seen another little issue there. How the heck have I got this far and Bink's still in there twice? That's just shocking. Who is this quizmaster? How can he not have any? Wow, I'm very shocked at myself, disappointed. It's really quite amateurish, really. We'll deal with those scores. I don't know how well you've done, Bink, but we'll have to correct those again. What a disappointment. So sorry to everyone. You know, I just don't know what to say. I'll have to find someone else to find some new questions and to present next time, because clearly he's lost it. But seeing as he's lost it, let's move on to those next questions. You've got the link in the end of your previous form again, as usual. You can get going on questions. I think it's 16 to 20 now. Let's have a look. He says, trying to get onto the right slide deck as well. Really, he's just doing so well.
Oh yeah, I've got him.
So question 16. Let's keep it clean for those that are now going to be on mute. Thank you very much. It is intended to be partially a family show, but we know a few of you. So it's a space probe. A space probe. Question 17 is a current active golf professional, please. Question 18, a type of shark. No clues. A type of shark. Question 19, and this one's important. It's a summer Olympic sport that an individual can compete in, but not one of the track and field events. If you pick a track and field event, you will not score points. Harsh, but those are my rules. A summer Olympic sport an individual can compete in, not one of the track and field events. And question 20, a knock knock joke. What comes after who's there? So knock knock, who's there? I want to see how well this one does. Is this a girl's name question? Let's see. Let's go through those again just really quickly, as always. Question 16 is a space probe. Only 2 of you have answered, so I've got time to do this again. Question 17, a current golf professional. Question 18 is a type of shark. Question 19, a summer Olympic sport an individual can compete in, but not one of the track and field events. Or 1 point for a track and field event. And question 20, a knock knock joke. Alrighty, get those answers submitted. 3 of you in, doing very well. Well done, thank you very much. Let's start, see what else I need to do to correct all of the previous mistakes, correct the scoring that's already gone completely horrifically wrong with my double Johnson, double Bink, and start again. I think that's why maybe some of the answers didn't update. A few of you might be having to think a bit harder on some of these questions, maybe a few internet searches, which of course you are allowed to do. YouTube comments, sup, how are you? You'll get that in about 20 seconds, but you've already probably read what I've put in the chat. The joy of having to take a 20-second delay. All right, let's see how your answers are coming along. 5 of you in, well done, well done, well done. Second place, Johnson's got his answers in early today. That's looking good. Yeah, I would say it's not likely to be quick, Alex, but then we all know the rumours, so that's fine. Of course, you can unmute yourself at any time.
Slander.
I think it's in that line of harsh but fair.
Alex slander.
Impressive. I took sure you stayed on video there because my brain was like going, oh, that's actually very clever. That's a very, very, very clever one. All right, so 2 to go, 7 in. Chris, you get to nudge back the other way this time and tell Fro to stop copying your answers. I mean, it's great for the sheep ones. You give yourself a half chance. There we go. Well done. See what a nudge does. Thank you, Fro. Very good. Well, 1 more to go. Who could it be? Madam Latecomer. Is she going to look at the answers that we were presented? Because I'm not presenting them this time. Now, this one could take me a moment just to fix some of the scores potentially. Just waiting for that last one to come in. Any second now. There we go. Well done. Thank you very much. You're all in. Okay, some interesting answers. Interesting answers. All right, which I've got to now try and pull all together because I think there's a few there that might be the same but are slightly different. Sure. This is so I've got basically now definitely 3 questions that definitely need just a quick bit of a tidy up just to make sure that we don't give the wrong set of answers at the beginning, which of course I haven't done yet. I mean, that's the point. I haven't actually put any wrong answers up or done anything else that's not been quite right. So really it's been quite slick when you think about it. I mean, you wouldn't have spotted any of it really. So it's important that I continue that theme carefully. Do you know what? Actually, you've all done. There is one spelling issue definitely there. Cool. I think that's all of them done. So for those ones, I've got 3 questions. It's going to take me just a moment because I haven't managed to guess at all of the spellings. Well, maybe that one's actually okay. He says taking a risk. And definitely need to do this one. Oh, interesting. Now, this is a great example, one of these questions where, as I put the answers up, you'll realize that you could have, well, actually, yeah, no, I suppose actually it's not fair to do anything else. I have to take certain answers in certain ways, which I'll do in a minute. All right, that was that one. Now, I wonder, because actually, I'll be very honest, for the first question, let's, as I'm trying to build it, I think, would anyone like to hazard a guess at what, I'm going to go back to the presentation, because honestly, one of the challenges for all of this is how to give you a question that isn't misleading. Does anyone know what that satellite actually is? And if so, did you pick it? You can bring yourselves off mute. If you're on YouTube, you can comment and I'll have a look as well.
I think there was one called Voyager, so I put Voyager.
There was definitely one called Voyager, but that wasn't that one for sure.
I got the Voyager or Voyager 2.
I've got the ISS.
Is that Cassini?
No, I'm not sure. I know we can. I'm going to have a look up. So if anyone actually did, I was curious to see if anyone recognised it, and therefore picked it as their answer, because that would have been, that's the hardest thing. Again, trying to put up a picture that doesn't give away too much of a clue, but also gives an impression of where the question's sort of generally going. I'm going to take that as a no, that none of you did, which is great. Thank you. Let's see what those answers were then. Oh, he is just in the way. Let's do that. And let's present from here. So slideshow from current slide. What have we got? We've got a big run up for Voyager 1 with 6. Cassini, Apollo, Pioneer also doing well. Voyager 2. I mean, great that you all went sort of one way or the other, but yep, definitely not quite there. All right, where are we next? Where are we next? Oh, the golf pros. There's a choice of 2 here, so I'm going to put it out to the group. We had Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods as the 2 choices. What do we think the split is between the 2? Are we 50-50? Out of 20 players, what do we think is the winning value?
Tiger Woods by value of 3.
Can you be? Yeah.
That's that's almost quite good because the 3 would have made.
I don't
a big
think you
difference.
can be by 3 in 20, can you?
It'd have been close. Yeah, it'd been 19. It'd have been 11-9. But I know where.
But is he current?
Yeah, he's playing today.
He's playing today, going for his record.
I thought he'd retired.
Well, he does not come up when you Google it.
Ah,
Came up when I googled
wow.
I just got a load of tigers.
He is not in the top
it. I
10.
got the Tiger
Wait,
King.
when you
He's
say you got a load
playing
of tigers,
right now.
Ash, were you what were you searching for? Just out of curiosity.
I just put Tiger Woods. I just got some weird Oklahoma guy with long hair. Something like Carol.
He got eaten by a tiger.
That bitch.
Damn.
In the top 10.
No,
Number
but
14.
yeah, that's because he doesn't play very often. He only plays in like the big ones, so you're not going to stay in the top 10.
Yeah, he's still active, so it's a perfectly good answer. And
Oh, well.
this is one of the big challenges in a sheep game, is that can you put out a question that is purposefully looking for a wrong answer because everyone thinks it.
Because
So
that would still be right, wouldn't it?
that would still be the general consensus of the herd, that they all went for it.
Yeah.
And actually, I haven't yet thought of what would be a really good question. That might be quite a good one the year after he retires, that everyone still thinks he's active. But anyway,
Yeah.
sharks.
Like Andy Murray. Is Andy Murray still playing? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, no one ever knows. But anyway, sharks. We're not talking Chandler and Friends here. It's a very different sort of view of sharks. It's quite an easy lead, this one. If you didn't basically go for the great white, then you're not going to get as many points. Basically,
Baby shark, nice.
I like the baby shark.
No,
I do like the idea of the baby shark. That gets a bonus point, I'd almost say, if I could do that with my sheet effectively and quickly. I can't. So, right, let's just have a quick check. Did anybody? Oh, there is a 1-pointer in there. There is a 1-pointer in there. I'm disappointed to say. So I'm going to quickly look up who's done that. I'm going to not shame you, but I might have to. Oh, it's one of our YouTube followers who's gone for the track and field. So for those on the call, which do you think is the incorrectly picked track and field event?
100 meters sprint.
Discus.
Any other options?
Shot.
Javelin.
Yeah, see, I would have think the javelin actually was the long jump.
He's in for the long jump, that fella.
He is indeed in for the high jump, yes. So swimming, because you can individually. Obviously tennis, you can have doubles, but you can have individuals as well. So
hang on, swimming should be 100 meters freestyle, 100 meters butterfly, 100 meters breaststroke. You can't just have swimming. It's wrong. It's just wrong answer. You can't just have swimming in the Olympics. There's so many different.
Swimming.
I'm going to snigger and say that
Phelps winning all them gold medals just for one swimming event, do you?
One swimming event, yeah. And that's the joy of the scenario. I didn't put any. I will tell you now that actually, if you look at all those answers, I've put no any corrections in that one. That is literally everyone's gone for the one swimming. It's been corrected to that. I haven't changed anything. And then again, that's the game of the herd.
I see.
But boxing, there's so many different ones, and that's why I guess the question was high for the. Did I say it was a sport, or did I say it was an event? That's a really good question. As I try and challenge myself for how I phrase the question, because normally it
doesn't matter. It's a sheep.
It was a Summer Olympic sport. I stand happy with my answer, Mr. B. I think I phrased the question correctly, because that gets me there, and it is a sheep, so the sheep get the points. Well done. All right, finally. What a set of answers. I'm so happy with this. I'm gonna put it out there. Would you like to tell me your knock joke? This is it, Chris. This is why I couldn't do too many jokes too early, because there's a load of them coming. Who'd like to give me their first knock joke?
Doctor
Who?
Yeah, surely.
Ah, clever. Like it. Knock. Actually, I can't do that, 'cause
Isabel.
Is a bell really necessary on a bicycle? It works better in German.
I went for orange
Joke
because I
too.
remember doing it, but I don't remember the joke. So I got it right, but I don't remember the actual joke that begins with orange.
So it's the one that actually scored a point lower, because it's the knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock.
Oh yeah, but who's there?
Banana.
Orange, you glad I'm not a banana?
There
Yeah.
we go.
Well, that's why I put grandma, because the one I know is grandma and then aunt. Aren't you glad grandma's gone?
That's
like
better
that.
than
That's-
orange, because orange
Thanks.
doesn't mean
Orange, you glad?
orange. You glad I'm a banana?
Grandma, aunt.
I actually like that one, but unfortunately,
Right, I'm interested in Johnny. Johnny who?
Johnny who? Oof, I don't know. Anyone
Is
wanna be
that
clever?
a Shining reference?
Oh yeah.
Here's
Oh,
Johnny.
It could be. It could be. Could be. Clever. Didn't think of it that way, but I like it. All right. So after 20 questions, let's see what that's done to the scores. Have we got a new leader?
I'm far.
I don't actually want to click onto the next slide, and it's not last month's game. I promise you this time, but I don't want to do it because actually, in top place, it's Mr. Second Place Johnson. Really harsh. Not so happy about this. I'm delighted I've picked up a place. I've still got some points to catch up, which might be hard. Need some anti-sheeps to really get the scores higher there. But yeah, in first place, Mr. Alex Second Place Johnson. Oh, it hurts.
I could tell you my tactic, but I don't think I should yet.
I know you should. Yeah, I think you should hold on to it. Chris is eagerly thinking. He should have said, "I need something now because I've got some more questions to answer." But so far so good. Right. Okay. Let's see where we're getting on to. Good rounds, good answers. Let's move on to the next set of questions. And let's see what you've got.
You can mute me. I'm just calling my cat.
That isn't one of the questions in this round, but that's fine. Let's before it all gets a bit interesting, let's mute him. And he's off. That's good. Safe. Let's go on to the next set of questions. You've got the forms in front of you. You can follow the links to the same email address. You're all doing great, saving me a lot of heartache that hasn't gone that way. So we've got question 21, an ice cream flavor. I tried so hard to find an image that I thought would be fair and balanced without showing a picture of any of the flavors. And I then stumbled across the scoops. And this isn't some form of random late night internet searching that I've been doing. I just was staggered about the number of different designs for an ice cream scoop. Let alone the prices that some of them might be going for. So obviously, if you're into ice cream, you probably know your scoops from your spoons. Yeah, I mean, there's a few that look quite similar, look like they've copied each other maybe, but I'll leave that for the VIP court to sort out. Question 21, ice cream flavor. Question 22, an Australian state. An anti-sheep. That was me trying not to say an Australian sheep and getting halfway caught. So an Australian state, an anti-sheep. Question. Multiple choice. Question 23, an Egyptian god. So whilst that is Tutankhamun from the Kings of God exhibit, it's not what I'm after. I want an actual Egyptian god. Popular answer, please. Question 24. Now, this is another tricky one. Got to be careful here. I'd like a dish you make with eggs and at least one other ingredient. Anything with a single egg or deemed to be a single egg dish will score a point. He says, realizing that he probably didn't correct the 1 point for the long jump, but actually it was a sheep, so it should be fine. So a dish you make with eggs and at least one other ingredient, please. And question 25, singing or dancing? This could be in the shower. This could be on the street. This could be in lockdown, out of lockdown. There's no judging going on. I just want to know, what are you going to pick, singing or dancing? Let's go through this again. Question 21, what scoop are you? Question 22, avoiding any accents, an Australian state. Have to at the moment. Question 23, an Egyptian god. Question 24, a dish that you make with eggs and at least one other ingredient, please. And question 25, singing or dancing. Wow, you've all done your answers really quick that time, which is amazing. One to go. One's struggling still at the countertop, trying to work out what they're going to mix with their eggs. That's all of you in. Brilliant. Let's see if I've got how much Oh, this is going to upset a lot of you. I think this could be interesting. Did I say at the beginning that the judges' rule is final and tough to all of you? It's going to make my life very difficult to sort this out. But let's see. That looks okay. That looks pretty darn good. Okay, I think I can get away with that one. And oh, I didn't check those. That looks fine. All right. Okay, yes. Brilliant. Let's get through to those answers in but a moment. Oh, stress starting to kick in. Do you know what was really good, guys? You've all been so fast, and I guess with the smaller numbers, I haven't had to throw up the slide that says "Get your answers in now" that I had there running and waiting. But let's see. All right then. Ice cream scoops. Who's feeling adventurous? Care to venture for an ice cream? What would you like? Open to the floor.
It's got to be vanilla.
Vanilla.
Oh, but choc.
Vanilla.
I changed it from chocolate to vanilla.
Mint chip choc.
Got to be vanilla.
Ah.
There is a chocolate spelling that I missed. That will be fixed. Whoever got that one, you'll get a 7. So
Chocolate.
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 Darn it! I thought I got them all. I caught the other one. That will be fixed in a moment.
Oh, do you know what?
So
I just realised I could have done this for the eggs question. Is this made with eggs? Is ice cream made with eggs?
it is actually, and that was
Make with egg.
it can be, and it would have been accepted because it
Weird
does have
Some ice
eggs in a
cream.
mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Sorry,
was-
carry on.
There's normally at least one question which I try and have a crossover for. All right, question 22, Australian states. This was a choice of 6. And okay, it's another interesting one. So again, I'd like to say that annoyingly, my answer was an anti-sheep until we went live. It's not anymore. That tells me something. But
What?
clear anti-sheep, is it going to be Nick again? Is she going to zoom up the charts? It is New South Wales with a 1. New South Wales with a 1. So well done to whoever said that. I'm just quickly trying to look. Unless you're on the call, you can quickly say. No, it was an advanced answer. New South Wales with a 1. Well done, Gina. That will get you a fair number of points. And I'm going to cry miserably because I thought I had a chance of some points until I saw that. All right. On to question 23. An Egyptian god. A few to choose from here. I think it's about 12 if memory serves. Anyone would like to offer a reasoning for the god that they chose?
Ra, because it's the easiest to spell.
Yeah, Ra, because it was the one that I
The one
remembered.
everyone else would pick.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if anyone went for the mummy or anything like that. And there is an Imhotep. But yeah, Ra or
I went
Ray.
for Ra because when you Google Egyptian gods, it's the first one that comes up.
See, again,
Good
I,
answer.
John-
I would have always picked Anubis because he's the dog, but then I was like, no, I didn't think anyone else would pick him.
So again,
No,
it's a
no
great,
one else would pick.
it'll be a great anti-sheep question. There's a spelling there that I've missed, which is frustrating.
Was it
Um,
AR instead of RA?
It's actually RE from what I was looking up, but I can change it back for anyone who's upset. As I was searching, I found a site on Egyptian gods that wasn't just Google. I was like, oh, it's interesting, and so I did it. So here we
Isn't
go.
Osiris also Ra anyway?
Oh, he speaks up.
One more.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll have a look and see what the world tells me, but I'm normally quite mean and strict and go that you have a free choice sometimes, and if you have any
They're not
level
the
of faith-
same. They're not the same.
All gods are the same. There's only one.
So
Or less.
So Ra was the sun god,
Or less.
and the first pharaoh of the world apparently. And Osiris was the first son of Jeb and Nut, was a wise and good pharaoh when he took over the world from Ra. So sorry, Chris. I'm going to leave you with 3 points.
But the
there.
Father is the Son and the Holy Ghost, and it's all the one God.
I've been watching too much Dark. Clearly, that made sense. All right. Okay. Okay. So then, here we go. This is where I'm gonna I'm going to enjoy this one because I'm denied over this a lot, and this could really affect the point. So I'm going to have to try and sort something out depending on where it goes. A dish that you make with eggs and at least one other ingredient. Would anyone like to offer an option?
Omelette.
Omelette.
What's in your omelette, please?
Eggs.
Eggs.
And
egg, cheese.
Cream.
Oh, that's the
Vegetable.
cheese
It's a
omelette.
cheese omelette.
How do you want
It's
to
a
put it
cheese
in?
omelette.
Milk.
Bacon.
You got to put
That's
milk,
bacon omelette.
salt, pepper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
a basic omelette. A basic omelette is just eggs.
What?
So you're doing it wrong, George.
Egg.
That's scrambled eggs.
You can look it up. I mean, this is the game. This is the challenge. It's one of those things why I said,
George, that's
It has
wrong.
to have another ingredient.
well, it has to have another
you do
ingredient.
need another ingredient.
Has to have another ingredient. Unless you said cheese omelette, which one person did,
Oh.
you've not been clear
Yeah,
enough.
I just googled omelette, George. It says main ingredients: egg, butter, cooking oil. So that's at least 3.
Well, you cook it in the
Yeah.
butter or the cooking oil. So no.
Exactly.
You have
It's-
you have to put butter.
You've got to be yoking.
There's no
Hey!
omelette recipe.
Omelette.
There's no omelette recipe that just has eggs.
Well, there's
Because
nothing.
that would be scrambled eggs, and even then they'd be shit because they wouldn't have.
Even
milk.
then, you still need milk and
George, I
something.
think
Guys,
they're
it's
all
a
white.
game. It's just a game, guys. Come on. I put cake.
Alex, I distinctly recall George saying, "Let's see where this goes." This is where it's going.
Yeah, I know. I want to see it. It's fun. It's fun.
Custard.
Ding, ding, ding. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
think the
guys.
phrase would be next time we'll give you some really stricter rules. But I had fun when I posted the question and then realised when I saw the answers, like going, oh, that maybe need you to be a bit more strict in how to give
But
it
it
out.
is a 1 point.
Can't be strict.
Yeah, I know.
Like fun.
So you're genuinely giving 1 point for that?
I haven't decided yet. I'm seeing what the
Okay,
mood of the floor is.
okay.
No,
let's just put it out there. Could you?
I didn't put omelette for
could
exactly that
you-
reason, and I chose custard,
Yeah,
and custard
exactly.
got 1 point.
Could-
So
Could you make an omelette without any other ingredients except for eggs?
No.
No,
You could.
no,
No.
because
Yes, you can. You can make an omelette with no egg,
Yeah.
without the egg.
It work.
you can't make
Yeah,
an
but you
omelette
could.
without an egg.
then
Definitely.
it's just a fried
No
egg.
egg, but yeah. Just
No,
egg.
you can make
You
an
no
can
egg
make
omelette.
an
omelette
omelette and call it
can't
a
be
fried
low
egg.
on
That's what
protein.
you can do.
You can make an omelette
shove it
without
up
any
your
other
thumb.
ingredients.
Yeah, then shove it up your butt.
That's
Yeah,
where we
cake's
start.
definitely better than omelets. So,
I think cake's definitely better than omelette, but hey, I'm gonna have a think about that one. At the moment, it's scoring, but maybe I have to be stricter.
There's a sheet question, George, and they all put omelette.
I know, I
Isn't that
know.
what you said before?
I know, and that's the thing.
That's what you said
Why there are some why I've said you get 1 point, but maybe today I'll be nice and we'll take it off the point. All right.
Definitely a right answer.
It's definitely a sheep answer for sure, which is also fun. So question 25, singing or dancing. To get myself away from the 1 point conundrum, it's going to be a clear winner for singing. Maybe that's an audience thing and the demographics, I don't know, but
No one likes dancing. No one, ever.
if we're honest.
It's not okay.
It's all self-conscious. We don't like it. Makes our fat bits wobble. Lulu.
Mine do anyway when I'm singing, so let's not go there. All right, okay. So I put French toast, so I'm not even going to score any points for the last one anyway. Right, let's have a look at the scores then as they stand with omelette getting points.
You put French toast, George.
Yeah,
cake should get the points.
I like
Hands
cake.
down.
I like cake.
I get it. French toast, eggs and bread.
Thank you.
Omelette, eggs.
Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. Some with some sense. Some with some
And
decency.
butter and cooking oil.
Yeah, but you put everything in butter or cooking oil. I'm not going to go with that. It's not part of the ingredients of building it. Anyway, for now,
You know what? I'm all right. I'm all right. Let's stick with how
George,
it is.
did the cake get specified what kind of cake it was? Oh, you need
Oh,
to
good point. Yeah, what kind of cake? Yeah, because some cakes don't have eggs. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, no points for cake. Incorrect
Are
answer.
some cakes only eggs?
Yeah, they are actually. If you watch enough of Britain's Best Bake Off, I'm sure there'll be some. But anyway, still in first place with 241 points. Mr. Johnson is. How can
Turn
it
it back
not be in there
on.
twice? That's so not right. I fixed that one already. That somehow got 2 extra lines there, but that's not right. He's only in there once. Let's ignore that for a second. Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 10. Oh, bizarre. Mr. Johnson is there with 241. Harry in second place, 231. John and Matt, 225. Still chances to catch up. I think it might be a bit far for the others with only 5 questions to go. So those last 5 questions, guys.
Wade, creeping up.
I know, hidden away in his pre-run. You've got your answers in. You've got your answer form ready to move on to the next one. But this is it. This is where it gets really serious now for those last 5 questions. Question 26, avoiding all attempt at an accent. It is a Scottish tartan. And before anyone wants to say anything, I have found, thanks to someone else, the Scottish Tartan Registry. I have the list. There is a list. A Scottish tartan. Question 27, a novel by Tolstoy. Open out there for all of you. Question 28 for the music lovers, because you all like singing. It's a Beyonce song. Look at that. I didn't even choose a dance song. I went for a sing. So, question 29 is an anti-sheep, a defense against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts. Defense against the dark arts teacher at Hogwarts. Anti-sheep. Get your thinking caps on. And question 30, it's a question you definitely won't forget in a hurry. It's which type of elephant? African or Asian? 50-50. Let's go through those questions again. Question 26 is a Scottish tartan. Careful of your spellings. Question 27, a novel by Tolstoy. Question 28 is a Beyonce song. Question 29 is a defense against the dark arts teacher, anti-sheep. And question 30, an African or an Asian elephant. Okay, so at the end of those 5 questions, you will be presented with a couple of other options. You can submit a question of your own. And at the end of there is also a charity option, which is multi-select. You can pick more than one. And the charity with the most overall votes from all the players will be the winner and get the donation at the end of the day. With only 20, I'll be shoving in a bit as well, just to add it all up. But guys, thank you very much for playing. Really appreciate. Let's get those answers in. We'll be on to the final set of answers.
Sorry, I'm going to be a bit delayed. My phone froze and crashed. So.
Technical troubles. Yeah. That's fine. At the moment, Chris, it sounds like this set of questions has done it for everybody. So reboot your phone. We've not got any extra answers in yet, just the one so far. I'm going to see how the boys on YouTube are doing because they haven't said much, or I haven't said much. Give them 20 seconds. Should be about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's weird. My YouTube comments didn't update. Leon, you can't rush the answers. We've got one of the guys on YouTube going, I should have read the questions properly and just rushed. But hey, you know, Australian state must be drunk or must be drunk surely. Not sure, Alex. Not sure. That's weird. It really didn't. Thank you, Phil. Appreciate it. Really, you missed all the mistakes at the beginning, maybe. Yeah, let's see how we're doing. So we've got 4 answers in, few more to go. Just waiting for them to come in now. What have we got? Alex, well done. So yeah, a few of you all definitely with your crash on your phone. Tell you what. For those that are still answering, let's just quickly remind you what they are. It is question 26, Scottish tartan. Thank you, Matt. 27, a novel by Tolstoy. 28, a Beyonce song. 29, a defense against the dark arts teacher. Anti-sheep, please, big points there. And question 30, an African or an Asian elephant. Still waiting on 4 more of you. Yes, we know. Chris, your phone needs to reboot, so we're almost there. 2 of you to go, including you. We'll have those answers in a minute or 2, depending on whether that phone's managed to reboot.
I think I'm done, yeah.
Oh, cool. Well done. It should pop through in a sec. It doesn't look like it's submitted just yet, but I'll give it a second to update. Who are we waiting on? Chris, yours is in, and Nick, yours is in. Well done, guys. Thank you. That's all 9. All right, let's zoom on. This is going to be the hardest bit because I've got to get the answers ready and then also get the charities sorted. So give me a sec and let's see if I can get the first bit done. We can just get your answers in. Look at your, yes, there's definitely one spelling there that I need to pick. Ooh, 2 actually I need to pick. Let's do that. Thought again, it's quite interesting. I managed to get all the spellings, but do those, do that, and what's the other one that was given as an answer to match the 2 up? There it is. Fine. So that should be the tartans done. I'm gonna have to check. No, I'm gonna have to leave that one as that because that one is not, I think. Where else we got? Just double checking all your final answers, guys. So that one looks good. That one looks good. Yes, I think I've caught those. Let's just double check if I've got those ones correctly. Yes, I believe I do. Good. All right then. Let's test my luck and see how I've done with all of my lookups and make sure that I have actually got it correct. And if I have, we can go on to the final set of answers. So for question 26, I have to do this carefully. Can I have a Scottish tartan, please? There's quite a few to choose from. In fact, I think there's a question I did about 2 months ago that was one of the dinosaurs. Everyone went for T-Rex, but there were like 1,400 different dinosaurs. I didn't even dare try and export and count all the different numbers of tartans. There's even more tartans than there were dinosaurs. That just tells you everything you need to know about society, in my opinion. Anyone want to gesture a guess for a popular tartan?
Outlander.
Outlander, fantastic. Not correct, but great guess.
Stuart.
I think the Stuarts have got it. Stuarts with 5, and there is actually a Royal Stuart as well, unique. So well done to you for being very erudite, but unfortunately it's not as popular as the basic Stuart.
Did traditional count as an answer?
Should have done if you put it.
I didn't. I put Stuart, but I saw traditional and thought, well, yeah.
Actually, if it's on the register, how about this? Twofold. It's a sheep, so if everyone had gone for it, then yeah, absolutely. But if it's on the register, then it would have been important for the anti-sheep, obviously. And the fear of the anti-sheep would have been quite something. Yeah. Oh, I wonder if someone's made a typo as I put my answers in. I'm just going to double check. I'm going to just move on. So actually, let's just leave it as it is, and I'll check it in a minute. So question 27 was a Tolstoy novel. Clear winner here. If you put Anna Karenina, then you are lower down the order. And someone put Burberry, so I'll just check that. But it still only scores 1. If it is actually the answer, I've not done something else wrong. So let's have a look at this then. With 27, this is the bit that I always struggled with in the previous rounds, because at this point in time, I think I had my my lookups all slightly wrong for the wrong forms, but it looks like I've got it correct today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So let's look at the top 10 as they stand right now after 27 questions. He says worryingly looking at the previous scores. No, that's all right. So in first place, we have 14-point lead, Alex Johnson. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. Let's move on to the next question, which was a Beyonce song. There's one spelling error that I missed. I didn't catch it, which will be updated in a second because it could be vital in the points. And that was Single Ladies. Put a ring on it. I try to make text shorter just for the answers. So that one will become part of the 15, creating even more points for whoever went for it.
Right.
And now the question that I think could do all of the thing. This could be. Oh no, there are more spelling mistakes that I've missed, so we're gonna have to wait on that for a second. Oh, what a disappointment, everyone! I'm so sorry. This Quizmaster is just no good today. You guys and your spellings are all really quite unique, and it is unfortunately going to change the fact that someone for a second could have got a really good anti-sheep answer, but they're not now. They're going to be scoring as many points as I am, which is really disappointing because two of you have put different spellings that are going to just upset me. Again, I was looking good. I could have been a contender. I don't believe that I just actually did that. Fine, I've avoided.
What was the Australian state answer?
The Australian state answer? Good question. Let's just zoom back. It was 22, so it was New South Wales was the anti-sheep answer.
Wow.
With South Australia and Western Australia on 3 and Tasmania on 5. I think again that's one of those questions that had we had more people, that would have thrown the numbers out in a very different way again. So yeah, quite an interesting one. All of these things again, if you variation of a few could have made a big difference in the points. All right, thank you, Mr. B. That's very kind of you to help me out there. Let's see if that's updated my chart now to be correct and normalized. Yeah, that looks good, I think. All right then. So I'm going to ask the question the other way around again. If it was the most popular answer, not the anti-sheep, which one have you gone for then? If it was the most popular dark arts teacher?
Lupin.
Snape.
Yeah, Snape.
Snape's quite a popular answer. If you're going for the most popular.
Yeah, Snape.
I'd say Lupin. He's my favourite.
Is he going to be an anti?
It's for an anti, yeah. So
single ladies. He did the.
For the anti-sheep, Remus Lupin is at the top with 5.
Damn it!
Was that an Alex answer? Was that an Alex answer? Oh my!
Yeah,
it is an Alex second place Johnson answer.
Yeah, I thought no one's going to go for it because it's so obvious. But,
well, I went for Quill because I thought that no one would pick the first one, but
I was prepared to argue Bartimus Crouch Jr., so I'm glad I wasn't the only one, to be honest.
Thank you. I've done my research. I've consulted with the Harry Potter gurus and experts out there in full preparation for the question, knowing how much.
Alex, aren't you sad you didn't pick Caro now?
Yeah, I know.
With Gilderoy Lockhart. Blimey, that worked.
Who's Reductor Curse?
Yeah, who's
so there was unfortunately for Phil, one of the guys who's on YouTube. Yeah, there were. Yeah, there was one incorrect answer in the Reductor Curse, unfortunately. Not one of the spells, but one of the teachers. So sorry, Phil. Sorry about that. Yeah,
cool name for a teacher there.
Great name for a teacher. I think because Alex lost points there, I need to see what the points are at now.
Oh yeah.
It could make it really.
Maybe he's second place after all.
It could be second place Johnson, couldn't it?
That was the plan all along.
Do you get double points for 1 point answers on the last Harry Potter question?
Oh, I like that as an idea. What do we think? Double points to bring his score up. Oh, tempting. Tempting. Don't think so. Sorry. I'd love to. So, with one question to go and a 50-50, is it all over? Has he got the lead? Has he lost the lead? I don't want to show you because he's still in the lead by 5 points. Bing with a great run to get into the top 10, but by 5 points or 7 from Matt, it's pretty close. And so now it all comes down to this. Is he on the popular side? What type of elephant have you all gone for? Is it an African or is it an Asian elephant? I'm just going to have to quickly check something. I've just got to double check this for obviously.
Why did you choose elephant and not rhinoceros?
Do you know, that's a really good question because I mean, I've been chatting with a European rhinoceros recently, but the American one just, he's not as. So I went for the elephants. Can't remember why, but I did. So, just a choice at the time, I guess. No one? All right, fine. It was worth a go. So, final question: types of elephant, African or Asian? The answer is: could he lose his lead? Well, if he picked Asian, he could. Did he pick Asian? Was it Alex who picked Asian? No, it wasn't. Sorry. It wasn't Alex who picked Asian. I'm so sorry, everybody. So, Mr. Second Place Johnson. Let's see those final scores. Oh, in fact, let's see all the scores on the doors as I try and get them up onto the final bit. So we've got the top 10. Alex, second place Johnson in first place. Harry with a fantastic second. Matt, well done for third. Very close at the end, I have to admit, really close. One.
It was all very close, to be fair.
All very close in that, at the top there. And then for the...
Everyone did really well. You guys did so well, guys. You should be proud of yourselves.
I've not seen the table yet.
I'm pleased to beat a Bayram by 1 point.
I want to see mine.
Even on this screen.
I'm not on this screen.
So yeah, 273 there, but let's see the next page. Ash, 223 right down in the middle, running
Cetra,
there. But...
what are you doing on 215, Cetra?
Oh, I know, terrible.
And Taz, 196. What are you doing? Modding a game or something?
Yeah, they must be not paying attention at all. So they've clearly been doing it without thinking.
So Ewan did the Asian elephant, clearly.
Yeah, Ewan was the Asian elephant. So actually, if he'd got an extra point, he would have been quite a lot higher. Would have made the top 10. So it'd have still been in the same
Rob
place.
Genghis is in there with 230.
Some good scores, some good play. Let's see. Well done to Alex J. Right, let's have a look at the, if I can get the charities up quickly. This is the bit that I haven't probably got as working as well as I wanted to, if I'm honest. So you're gonna have to give me an extra moment or two just to get the charities all done. Which is, so because it's multi-choice, I've got to tidy them up.
Do we get extra points for choosing the charity with the lowest votes?
Yeah, the anti-charity choice. Okay, so we have a set of results. Which,
That's very funny.
in fact, that's a way to do it. Thank you very much. That's a good idea. So let's just do this. It's going to be a bit of a cheat, but we'll get it to be there. Let's cut those slides out, just like that. All right, so the charity choice for today, it was very close, have to admit. So thank you all very much for your votes, for your playing, and the like. Wow, that's not very nice that it's done that. This is where PowerPoint is not being my friend. Ooh, oh my word, how to make it difficult. Well, I'm causing myself all sorts of problems, so I'm gonna have to just try and zoom on to the next slide. So with 5, it's the MS Society. Thank you very much. 4 Samaritans, Tackle Africa with 4, Animal Charity Sanctuary with 4. I should have found a way to take these out, but I didn't do it correctly. There's Sport with 3, and the National Bail Fund Directory with 2. So
I think whoever put National Bail Fund Directory should get an extra point.
I think it should get like 10 times. It's a very, very good charity at the moment. However, that is the end of the charity presentation. Alex, congratulations. I'll talk to you in a minute. And what I'll do is I'll be posting the final numbers of everything up in the Facebook and on Twitter.
Is it money winnings?
It is money winnings, young man, and we'll talk to you
Charity.
about that.
Charity.
Oh,
charity.
What a gentleman. What a
Oh,
gentleman.
Yeah.
what a guy.
Yeah.
The jackpot was a rollover this week, though. It's like 1,000.
It was, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
16 million pounds. No, I take it back.
Oh no! Oh, I didn't tell you. Yeah. So cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say thanks very much to everyone on YouTube, and thank you very much to all of you in the studio. Oh, there we go. On the Zoom, I'm going to stop the YouTube stream in a moment. I'm just going to type it all up, and yeah. So let's see if I can do this the right way around. Let's end the video somehow. Too many things. Let's end the stream on YouTube. So guys, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much for listening along. Thank you for playing, and I hope to see you probably next month for the next one. If I can get the questions sorted, please bring a friend, bring 2 friends, bring 10 friends, and then we'll get some really big numbers, and maybe we'll have that big rollover jackpot. So thanks very much. Thank you for playing, and see you next time.